Hmm. Hold on. Share. I gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Right. Let's do this. Send it here too. Um, all right. So it's the first time I'm doing this. Um, Let me know in the comments if you can hear me well. All right. I'm also going to send it to Jim. Jim of all trades. This is Tone Vase's group. Might as well send it here too. Yeah, okay. How's the display? It's good, eh? I hope. All right. So today we're going to go through a bunch of altcoin charts, okay? A whole bunch of altcoin charts. So let's go right to it. I've got two setups that I want to go through today, and I would like to see your comments. So let me pull it up on my phone. That would take the music off. Okay, so anyways, I have two setups here. This was already covered in one of my videos I did, I think today or tomorrow. And so basically we have the yearly. The first chart's the yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily, all the way down here. And I have a fractal pattern we can go right away. And here's the other charts that I'm looking at right now. So these are basically just different time frames. And so I see a scenario, right? I see a fractal pattern. And the reason why I made this live stream is because I see a lot of opportunity in the altcoin space. I believe that there's a lot of them that are going to go up. And we're going to go right through them right after this. So I do see this fractal pattern as a possibility. As a possibility. So if you pull up your Fibonacci golden range, 61.8 touch, and do the same thing here, 61.8 touch. So that's just something kind of like a state of the market, right? And you see that A to B is the exact same distance. So I study Gann a lot, and basically one of the biggest rules that he says in trading is look at the previous reactions. and kind of get an average of the previous reactions. So if this does play well, we should see 11,600. Now if we break the B, that becomes a confirmed bearish trend. So if you guys have any requests, let me know. Seems like we have 5 live viewers. That's good. And yeah, if you have any requests, we can go right through the charts. But I have a list that we're gonna go through. We'll do it right now. So Bitcoin, I'm in a position right now for a long. I have a stop loss. Everything's good. I do believe this is an ascending triangle, something that Tone Vase. Shout out to anyone in Tone Vase's group right now that I just sent the link. But anyways, ascending triangles, right? They break upwards for about 2%. I'd like to see a pullback, and then finally that 11,600, and that's basically what happened. If we go back to the fractal pattern, because that's what I'm playing, so I know when I'm wrong, and I'm basically wrong if it breaks the low here, the 61.8. So I think it's a really good risk to reward, good probabilities, without checking the RSI, the MACD, anything like that. But yeah, we are in the bounce zone for the RSI. I have a bunch of rules, and I hope that you can understand what I'm trying to say when it comes to TA, but I'm going to try to keep it so basic, so simple for us to actually make money on trades, because I believe that there's a lot of opportunity. So these charts here are basically keeping it simple. Keeping it simple, and these are basically the pairs that we're going to go through. A perpetual, they keep adding them on Binance. It's crazy. They keep adding perpetual coins on Binance. So you can see that they're all in the green, and there's a lot of opportunity, guys. There's a lot of opportunity, which is why I'm making this stream. So yeah, all these coins we're going to go through. All right, so yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Yeah, let's go right through the list. I like to start here because this is one of my favorite charts, the 8-day chart. The 8-day chart. All right, so the 8-day chart, we have 6 more days to close. 6 more days. The same thing as the weekly. And we want to see if it's going to close above or below that white moving average. And I want to see it close above that moving average for the prices to go up. And if it goes downwards, it closes below the moving average, we can expect that the trend is going to hit this moving average. That's just what happens. Guys, I use basically Fibonacci numbers, and so I track like the trend, right? In 6 days, basically how I use it is that this number right here, this 8, is going to jump on this candle. So that's going to be the range, okay? And so this is basically going to be the support. And if we break that support, we're going to be in danger for the next Fibonacci number, in my opinion. Binance doesn't have that much data, but it's enough. It's enough for us to understand the trend, okay? So let's go right to these altcoins. Guys, there's so much opportunity, seriously. So I follow 3 different cycles and market techniques. The first one's total, the second one's bull, like this one right here is total, this one's bullish cycle, this one's bearish cycle. Today we're gonna take a look only at the totals, and yeah, so here's ADA, 8-day chart. We're gonna be looking at the macro, and then we're gonna go down to the lower time frames. So far, I hope you guys like this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, like I said, remember this: 6 days to close the 8-day chart. 6 days to close the 34-day chart as well. Okay, so that's important to notice. Gann has a rule, it's called the rule of 3, that if you have 3 consecutive closes, either up or down, 3 consecutive closes, either up or down, that defines the trend. So you can see that it's very beautiful. This trend's very beautiful. And you see that we've never gotten 3 consecutive closes, which means a continuation of the trend. Boom, 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 boom. And finally, we got 3 consecutive closes. And then we started that downtrend. So if you're kind of like a reversal person, this is like a possible chance to get a reversal. I do believe that there's going to be an A, a B, a C when it comes to Elliott waves. But this is a large enough time frame that we can't really see or count those waves. So ADA is, I guess, a good momentum indicator for the whole market. So this is basically what we're looking at. This is either going to be a bear flag, or it's going to be something like a double bottom, right? So like a B, a C, if you guys know Elliott waves. But I'm not necessarily, like when I see a Elliott pattern, I'm going to definitely chart it, but I'm not going to be wasting time like looking for, I don't know how to say it, man. It's just like, I trade the trend, you know, and Elliott is just really good for Fibonacci's and stuff like that to get us really good entries and stop losses, you know, risk to reward. So let's get into that trend. So yeah, there's ADA. There's ADA. Okay, remember, I have some rules for the RSI. It's called bullish or bearish zones, and I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna make a technical indicator using Pine Scripts. I haven't done it yet, but basically 40 to 45 is the bullish bounce zone. So that's where it likes to bounce. So let's take a look at the other charts here. And guys, like with live streaming, with making videos and charts and stuff like that, I'm gonna get better and better at basically getting more organized. And I'm gonna try to go through the charts as quick as possible to get us the best opportunities, because I do this for myself as well, right? So like I said, 40 to 45, the RSI bounce zone, okay? And then this is the bearish cycle. The bearish cycle is 30 to 20 to 30. Those are basically how I use the RSI. And when it's the bullish, it's 80 to 90. But yeah, I'm gonna make an RSI indicator later, so you can see the RSI is upticking on the 3-day chart. There's the bear cycle. I'm not too interested in ADA, but I do believe it's a good gauge on the market. So let me scan through. Like I'm talking about TRX, Omise Go already broke out, but TRX is a good possible second opportunity. Let me check the comments if you guys have any requests. Thanks for the likes, guys. 8 live streamers. Let's see what we got here. Do you know the major difference between perp and spot trading? Why do you pick one over the other? Perpetuals is basically, if anyone has already answered that. Did you do XRP already? No, XRP I have not done yet. XRP is about to go down to 22 cents, okay? But to answer that question, perpetuals is basically a futures price. Futures on Binance, and spot is basically, it's just the spot price. Okay, so there's my exchange right here. I do have a trade open, like I explained at the end of the video, or at the start of the video. So the main difference with futures and perpetuals, you can leverage, right? But you can also leverage on spot, but it's a little bit different. It's just, this is perpetual, so it's kind of a long explanation, but basically you get funding, and once this price right here, it differs. It's different from the spot price, and there's something called I'm not an expert in it, but it's something called I know Joe the guy that live streams, he's basically an expert in that field, where when one is higher than the other, or when the futures is higher than the spot price, it means something, and when it's lower than the spot price, it means something. It has something to do with volume and open interest, and how many people, like right now, basically the shorts are getting paid every 8 hours. So that's something that you'd have to, if you're interested in that, that's something that you'd have to kind of, you know, dig yourself. So like I said, this is a beautiful, simple way to look at the market. I'm gonna make some videos on that later, but like I said, we're gonna do market scan right now today. So let's go through the risk. Through the list, and see if we could try to find some good trades. Of course, everybody knows this pattern here with the Fibonacci. You literally just extend it, and we can see that ADA. So I'm going to try to simplify it as simple as possible. Okay. For very low risk to reward trades, like really good risk to reward trades, that's how I learned is the best way to make money, right? So we're still in a downtrend. Rule of 3, 1, 2, no, 1, 2, no. So this one is still kind of undecided trend on the 8 days. Continue. We're still below the moving average. I'm gonna scan real quick. Here's BAT. I don't know what happened right there. That's a weird wick, eh, guys? Yeah, wouldn't want to be on the other side of that trade for sure. So you can kind of see how the market is stalling a little bit, but we're still underneath that trend. We want to be above the trend. Here's the 8-day, right? 8 days. Okay, so there you go, Binance Coin. We're above the moving average, and we have this huge candle as a range. Binance Coin is something that I would write on a list of still intact, right? Still intact with a bullish trend. So here's Bitcoin, a little bit more data on the 8-day chart. And like at the start of this video, I said that in 6 days, which is when the 8-day candle closes, in 6 days we want to close above that moving average. So that's going to be very, very important for us to remember. And that's the biggest thing that I have to say when trading. Like, you can sometimes you'll look at your chart and it'll follow it exactly, right? But the main point is that you have to remember to look. You know, how many times have you looked at your chart and it's like it follows it exactly? So how can you capitalize on those trades? It's all about remembering. So comp in 6 days, for example, this is called a reversal pattern at this point right now. So it's only been 2 days. If we get a reversal candle on the other side, this is going to be our first resistance right here. Okay, but guys, like we're looking at patterns on the larger time frames, and we're looking for something like this, right? Comp is basically a DeFi coin, so yes, like that kind of matters because there was a lot of hype in DeFi. I'd have to do a lot of volume TA, but we're looking for basically an 85% gain on a swing trade. I can do lower time frames. Let's check the comments and see what we got here. Yeah, the prices are different for futures and what's it called? At spot price. So let's go back to the what's called market scan. So Dash is not looking good to me. Like, see how the trend is basically coming down like this? It just means that there's a lot of, we broke the low here as well. Okay, next. Does anyone trade on Binance? Here's DeFi. So DeFi is basically an index of, I think it's like 10 or 20 DeFi coins. Link is in it, KNC is in it. Link is a big percentage of the DeFi index, right? So index is basically like a basket of assets. So I'd like to see a reversal on this one, but you can see that DeFi, ever since this thing came out, which was 24 days ago, DeFi has been doing horrible. But it could be a good possible buy chance. I want some more data here. I like to track volume. Volume is one of my favorite indicators. And if we know this pattern, 5 waves down, this is what I'm looking for. Because I learned from Philip Kahn, one of his courses, that what you do is basically you count 5 waves down. Okay, and once you can successfully count 5 waves down, all you have to do, add a Fibonacci, what he does is dollar cost average. I'm not a big fan of dollar cost averaging down, but you can do that, right? And basically your target is 382. So we're talking about like a serious risk to reward, right? If you're comfortable with the 7% risk and you know how to trade the trend, this could be a very successful trade. Your risk to reward at this point is 3.85 with an 8.88 stop loss and 34% gain. And that's just aiming for the 382. If you're bullish on the DeFi space, but again, this is where the Elliott patterns actually do come alive because so many people watch it. So this could either be an A, B. Considering this is a macro chart, I would probably say the B is going to go here with an ABC, if that makes any sense for you guys. 5 waves down, 3 waves up, 5 waves down. Okay, so like this. And this is what I mean with Elliott waves and charting. Something like this I would see. Very, very possible. It takes a lot of time, right, to chart it correctly, and I don't want to be wasting any of your times. But yes, I do believe that this is possible for the DeFi. And DeFi is a huge, it's crypto, right? It's the whole space. So like I said, it's an index. So this coin is probably one that we're going to subscribe to. Yeah, we're definitely going to keep that on our radar because it's the space right now. It's the hype in crypto. We're also going to be looking at these charts here. So these are my favorite charts, to be honest. Not this one. Essentials. Okay, so basically the total market cap, which we're, total Bitcoin dominance. Here's XRP dominance. I like XRP. We're gonna get there. Don't worry. I hope you're still watching, buddy. But yeah, this is what I'm seeing for DeFi, which kind of shows us some bullish movements, momentum on Bitcoin, right? So what you guys can do, you can check the chart for yourself and see if this is 5 waves on a lower time frame. But yeah, just quickly running through the charts here. Does anyone have any ideas? Any good coins? I know Neo was a decent pick. Yeah, DeFi is right for a pump. All right. So here's Dogecoin. Like, what is Dogecoin, guys? Seriously. So 80 days. It opened in 80 days, and it's just the trend is down. The trend is down. Okay, the trend is down, and that's where I like to look at volume indicators, guys. This is the volume, but I turned it into a line. Right, I turned it into a line because I like the patterns on it. It's very simple. We can see that there's not a lot of volume in Dogecoin. So until this gets back up, there's no reason for trading it. But you can see also that there's 5 waves. Okay, and yes, that's how Elliott waves works. And same type of pattern, right? Corrective ABC upwards to the 382. And I mean, like, this is gold, basically what I'm telling you right now. But it's not about just knowledge, right? It's about how you're gonna use that knowledge, and like to make successful trades, good trades, and what is a successful trade? Is basically a trade that you make what you risk. You know what you're risking, like $100, right? and then you're making your risk back, multiples of your risk. So it's called R multiples. If you guys are familiar with Van K. Tharp, he's basically a money management coach. But yeah, he talks about R multiples. He basically invented the word. So EOS gives us a 3%, 3.5, 3.6% loss, possible loss. And the gain is about 10%. That's how I would look at it, but I would probably, sell it right here. Let's take a look at the reversals. It's not yet good enough for me, right? But I can't wait to get to Tron. Just hold on. Tron has got some next level pattern on it. Here's Ethereum Classic. Something else that I would, you see these wicks? Some people are buying it up, but I know there was a lot of selling. Taking place right in this zone. So if we do come back up here, this is going to be, as you can see, the volume profile. This is an indicator that it's a good indicator, basically telling you where the average buy and average sell price, and you can see that accumulation or reaccumulation or support, whatever you want to call it, is coming, or was in the past, and is basically right here. So you count with me, 1, 2, 3, and you say that, okay, the reversal on this time frame is, if it passes here, this is going to be your confirmation of a reversal if it can close above. Now this is the 8-day time frame, so it might take a long time. So yeah, maybe next time we'll do an 8-hour market update. But yeah, basically I'm looking for the best plays right now, best plays in crypto for us to be watching here. Okay, so here's Ethereum, same thing here. Hold on. SPX, we'll get into SPX for sure. Major subscription, yeah, definitely for the DeFi. Thank you for breaking down the fundamentals. I'm still learning, reading, etc. Yeah, man, I would say just like master something, master the basics. Yeah, XRP will do an in-depth technical analysis. I wasn't a big fan of it before, but something's going on with XRP, right? There's no reason why the thing spiked 50% one day, and now it's kind of coming down on low volume. Excuse me, on low volume. Right? So same thing with Bitcoin. Ethereum's a good index for the market as well, right, guys? So the RSI to me is kind of neutral. I don't trade this pattern right now, but the volume, see how it's coming down in volume? It's basically telling us that they're not really selling. Like there's not a lot of activity, but the prices are going down. So I would do the same thing here with Ethereum. Pull up the 382, the 61.8 right here. And for the price calls, this is what a lot of people are watching. There's a bunch of support right here for the volume. This is perpetual futures. So yes, we don't have all the data. For the guy that asked, what's his name? MT. Yeah, MT. So yeah, the difference between perpetual and spot for the chart is that perpetuals is much younger. It's a younger chart. Okay, it's a younger chart. So let's take a look at Ethereum spot and see the difference. Just much more data, right? Much more data. So I'm lean to take a look at the perpetuals and see, This is the most recent chart, so there's going to be there's an edge there for sure. There's definitely an edge because it's the futures, right? And futures is how you manage risk with leverage. Okay, not to get into that today, but yeah, how to manage leverage, because you can use 1% of your account and leverage it up to how much your stop loss is, and that's basically how as far as I'll take it. So 1% of your account, put it on a high leverage exchange and use liquidation as your stop loss. So if you use 20x leverage, that's about 4.7% liquidation price. That's your stop loss. If it's 1% stop loss, then you can increase your leverage. I'm not sure. I think it's like 50x to give you a 1% stop loss, 1% liquidation. So Ethereum has respected this 1618, which is honestly, I'm not sure what that means. That just means that they went for the stop losses, because because it literally just invalidated the expanded flat. If you guys know that pattern right here for the 1618, right? So it can't really be like that, but it's still falling. It's still falling. So Ethereum's definitely an interesting little coin. And the same question that we ask for Ethereum, we ask on Bitcoin, and that question was, in 6 days, are we going to close above the white moving average and continue with the trend? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, right? So you add, this is your confirmation of a trend continuation. So basically you want the trend to reverse and continue this way as it breaks this line right here. Right now, I wouldn't necessarily trade it. I'm looking for a bounce on Bitcoin for that B wave, which would confirm with that close above the moving average. Now, if we get a close above the moving average and then start turning downwards again, so the question is, like, what if we close below the moving average? I would say that's a trend confirmation. Like, we've never done that before, right? And every time we've done, it's like this, it's disgusting. It's not a good sign. But this time we have a little bit more support at 252, 250. So this is a support clutter right here. Let's take a look at one thing. That's going to be for your risk. Yeah, it's about a 10% zone, right? So what I would do here, a lot of times it comes down so quick and then bounces back. I would like to see a consolidation right here and then buy the breakout of a range. But that's, like I said, it's just kind of anticipating what the price is going to do. So let's continue. IOST had a good pattern. IOST and IOTA, which one was it? Yeah, this is looking like what's it called? ADA's pattern looks basically. So I think it's important for us to group to make it easier for us, right? As you can see, Bitcoin is coming up a little bit right here, the price appreciation. And if I get any short liquidations, like we just got a liquidated short on Ethereum. So people are basically buying. Hey, I got a new subscriber. Thanks, bud. But yeah, so IOTA is basically right here, the 61.8, and we want to see a reversal to the upside for your A, B, C. Now, I know some people are probably looking for, you know, like a 1-to-1, like that. That wouldn't be very good for for IOTA. Anyone who's holding IOTA. Let's take a look at the volume. There's actually a lot of volume. This is perpetual, so I would look at the other one. That's the real volume. But the volume is coming downwards, and this is why I'm excited about this reversal that I'm going to see. So just like ADA, let's take a look at the volume. Whenever this thing is going to, because it's the same pattern, right? It's basically the same pattern, but I believe more in ADA. I want to see some more volume on the upside, because the volume that's coming in is sell volume. We don't want to see sell volume. So right now this is looking more like a bear flag to me because we're not seeing that buy volume we need. Let's go to an even lower time frame, and yeah, we have to understand that this is predominantly sell volume right here, but that could be a clue that there's a lot of shorts right here that are going to get liquidated. So to be honest, it's a tough play. But like, what do you guys think? Comment in the chat. Do you think it's going to break the low like this? Do you think it's going to break the low, or do you think it's going to stay in the zone and then break the high, something like that? Or do you think it's going to break the low? It's a good question, but ADA is... I was pretty bearish on ADA at the top because it was top heavy. Yeah, so basically the point of this video is that we're looking for support. We're looking for reversal plays. And in 6 days, once again, it's going to close. So let's continue on our list. What do we got here? So IOTA, we just went through IOTA. If that actually happens, eh guys? We're talking like 50% here, and this is going to be your big time resistance. So here, let me slide down my alert right here. Right there, that's going to be our resistance. And we'll see. We'll come back to this one, okay? IUSD, the same same type of pattern. Same type of pattern. There is a lot of buys, and this is basically the support. If we break this support, like we're gonna see that 50% downtick. So there's 2 counts on Bitcoin. I'll post it in the Discord later what I think on the count of Bitcoin. But Filicon, you know, like a lot of people have different counts, so you also have to think about like the state of the market and the world, stuff like that. So and also take a look at the volume. So at the start of this video, I said I was going to make another video on the total supply, or the total crypto let's check here. So yeah, SPX and TRX. No, I didn't get the 400 unis. I don't even know how people got that. I think it was like, what, $2,000? Free 2,000? Like, that's ridiculous. Okay, so KNC is like fundamentally, when it comes to DeFi, the DeFi space, is a good coin, right? So it's one of those like investment coins. So how do you know this is not manipulation going downwards? Because look, it did just went from $2 all the way down, like it fell 50%, right? So how do you know this is not just manipulation, and the bulls, long-term bulls, want to push down the prices? How do you know? Volume. Are they selling their bags? It's pretty like, who's selling? Basically, who's selling? Is it low sell volume, or is it high volume? Okay, so spike. This is big volume. That's probably just hype. This is a spike. I don't know if that was liquidation or whatever. But you can see that we've never gotten a huge spike to the downside. So guys, I believe that KNC is getting accumulated. And if we count these waves here, just quickly, with the same rule, 3A2, we're looking basically at this structure. Now for time analysis, I kind of, it takes a little while to calculate the time, so I'm not necessarily going to do it in this video, but I know Chainlink was, I wonder if I have it already on this one, on the weekly, was actually a good pick. I think it was USD on perpetuals. because my timing indicator is basically saying, I think it's this week for a reversal, the week. So how do you trade it? You basically, okay, so you see the reversal is going to be for the weekly. So you go down to the daily and you look for that reversal pattern, that reversal pattern. So it's not going to be, I mean, it might be today for a reversal pattern, but there's a big resistance that we're going to have to break, right? There's a big resistance that we're going to have to break. So I'd like to see it chop a little bit and then come like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So you trade the reversal on the daily, or your entries on the daily, but the reversal is on the weekly. And the monthly, let's see the monthly. We haven't broke the previous low. So that's still good. Trend is still intact. Bang, 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 bang. This could be a cheap a link for your, but the weekly, 1, 2, 3, like we're definitely in a downtrend on the weekly, definitely in a downtrend on the daily. How do you confirm a reversal? It's from, you count 1, 2, 3, basically like that. And once it starts to cross above that, that's why I want it to be like this, so we can get a really tight risk to reward, right? So I want it to range so we can have a really good risk to reward. I hope that makes sense. Now, what is Uniswap? It's probably a good coin to add to the list. I haven't pulled it up yet because Binance Perpetuals, they just keep adding new coins. So here's Chainlink, the same count, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the same type of technique, 382. So wait for that bottom to set in, and then 382 is going to be your target. So wait for the trend to reverse. That's all I'm saying. But I do believe the trend is close. Look, 10,500, guys. I don't think it's the time yet for Bitcoin to reverse, but it's soon. It's soon. How soon? Let's check my other charts here. It's really important to get in that, like the time where it comes down here. So I'm just checking the time here. So 3 hours. 3 hours for the 5-hour chart, and I would like to see the same thing. So that's the point, basically. Like, you want to get in. You guys want to get in basically at that trend change, right? So I like to go down on some lower time frames here to basically get in at the best price possible. So yeah, 16 minutes left right here for the 3 hours. This is Chainlink. So Bitcoin's trend. Let's just open up Bitcoin for you guys. So yeah, this is a really good sign. It's been 2 hours since this candle opened, and we've successfully closed above this green moving average. Now this is going to be your resistance right here at 10,533. If we can crack that resistance and we could cross over on the moving averages, this thing's going to spike. And my target is, like I said at the start of the video, 11,600, 11,500. What was it? I think it was, I posted in the Discord, right? I think it's 11,500. Let's just check it. Yeah, 11,500. So like maybe right underneath that too. And then why did you get in? A, B, C. This is an ascending triangle to me. So ascending triangle, here's the target right here. So 10,760. I'm going to scale out. I'm going to take a little bit of profits because I want to re-enter lower, and I want to reduce my risk. So yeah. Continuing down the list here, I'm going to try to get the best risk to reward plays, and then whenever I find it, I'm going to refine it, and then I'm going to post it. I'm going to give it to you guys basically on Discord. right? So yeah, what do you guys think you're a master in? What would you say that you can master, or you have the most desire to learn and master when it comes to technicals? Um, the fundamental space of crypto is really interesting, and I know Frankie, this guy, he just finds coins that like double, triple, quadruple in price. That's interesting. And then what happens after? They get added to futures, and so KNC is one of those that's like an investment coin. I would say Chainlink, the reversal is going to be this week, I believe. So I'm going to be watching that daily chart. And it's interesting to see the downtrend on all these altcoins happen before or while Bitcoin was going up. So once again, look at Litecoin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one here, 1, 2, 3. I would probably, let's do an Elliott wave count because I see it, right? It's very clear. And this is going to, I don't like it. Why don't you like it? Because it does, look at the fibs. They don't even, I don't think this is all the way down to 30 bucks for the 236 for the wave 5. So that tells me basically this is just the third wave right here. So yeah, maybe you can get a bounce, but what I would do, how to play this, 382, 618, wait for it to come down to 40 bucks. Use this as a stop. It definitely should not break this. But what if, I don't know if this is a corrective wave going downwards, but I do see 5 waves coming up right here. So do your own work, do your own research, but put Litecoin on your radar, because this could very well be an A, B, C to the upside. But you have to do your own work and identify this, because I have a bunch of other coins that I'd like to get through. But identify that, is this a corrective wave? If it is, then literally, guys, you can make a bunch of money on this coin as it starts to break the tops and everything for this reversal play that I believe is going to happen on Bitcoin. I was a bear on Bitcoin, but it took too long. It took too long to go down. So it kind of turned me off on the downside. And I believe that there's, like, look at OMG, 11%. There's going to be a trend change soon. Go back to the 8-day chart. Look at Maker. Maker is another one of those DeFi coins that you might want to accumulate low. So the question is, are they starting to accumulate? So you go to the volume indicator in the daily, and you look for that high volume of reversal. So this is a reversal candle. If it starts to cross that, like tomorrow, I'd say that the trend has changed, but you do have to count 1, 2, 3. So it'd be this one here. Okay, it'd be this one right here. But yeah, like this one's looking nice. So for a timing indicator, I already see it on this chart. Yeah, I'll let you know here. Let me write that down right here. I'll put it in the Discord for the timing, but I do believe there's going to be a reversal here on Maker, and the same strategy, guys. 382 conservative target from where we are right now, and then your risk. If you want a dollar cost average on this one, that's all right. And how to increase your probabilities, your odds of success, is basically you go down on a lower time frame. Like, there might be another wave downwards. There might be another wave down. And you count this wave right here specifically. But yeah, like this could look something like this. Leading diagonal. If this is going to be 5 waves, then it's going to be the start of something. Either an ABC or a 1, 2, 3. And that's how it's going to get to the 382, just like that. Short squeeze a lot of the times, looking at the volume and stuff like that. Neo was a very interesting coin. Very interesting coin. It's one of the more bullish coins, guys. Very much bullish coins. We still don't see 3 consecutive closes, but here there was. But then you count 1, 2, 3. It broke out right here, came back down, broke out above the white moving average line. $15 on NEO. I'm gonna have to do my own research here on NEO. I'm gonna write that one down as well. Okay. So yeah, any requests here? TRX and SPX. I have to swing trade is my focus. Focus on swing trades. Okay. How much risk are you guys comfortable with percentage wise? Like dollar wise, you're gonna have to calculate that yourself, but percentage wise, how much risk are you willing to accept your idea is wrong? How much percent? Here's a Misego. Same question applies for a Misego. This weekly in 6 days, are we going to close above the white moving average? Because if we do, in my opinion, that gives us 1, 2, 3. So it's a little too early right here for Misegos, but you can count clearly the 5 waves. Bouncing. I want to see some more signals. There's not a lot of volume coming in right now, but there hasn't been for a while. This pump that happened right here, I can almost guarantee and bet money on that some market maker, some market technician got paid to pump this asset for the founders to dump on the market right here at like $10. I would say I'd bet money on that, but that's just, you know, just an idea, you know. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you can't make money off of it. So you see this fibs based off log scale. I'm never sure which one's the best, but you see how much of a big adjustment it is, right? So let's press OK on that. I also want to add the 67. I like this one, and make it yellow, just like that. So that's like your golden pocket, right? And like I said, I keep saying that we gotta wait for that reversal play on the daily chart. Like if you guys want to trade the hour chart, then do it. But if swing trade is your focus, then your first resistance is going to be right here, right? You have to think of it yourself, like in terms of getting entries, buying in, if you're okay with dollar cost averaging. Because if you start dollar cost averaging, you have to know where we are in the trend, in the market phase. If you start dollar cost averaging right here, like you're trading against the trend, number one, and you're averaging a loser. That's why I don't think it's the best thing. So OMG is going to be on our radar as well. I think that's a decent coin, and I think most people can trade that. The percentages, let's take a look here. 5%, same. I would say 5 and 3. But yeah, 5%. So would you dollar cost average down though? Because the thing with dollar cost averaging down is that like your 5% could continue, but it takes time. That's the thing. It takes time, right? OMG was a TD sequential daily. You know what? I have that indicator. Do you guys want to see it? I'll pull it up here. Hold on a second. OMG TD sequential daily buy either today or yesterday. So the rules with TD sequential is that the timing indicator is that here. This is the Tone Vase version because I went to a seminar or whatever. There's also one on Chainlink. So the rules is that, let's open up OMG. This is the spot price. The other one's perpetual. So on this one here, we have an 8. We have an 8. I know his code's a little bit different, so let's check the perpetual. Perhaps it's a 9 on this one. Yeah, so okay, yesterday it was a 9 on the perpetuals, right? So how the TD sequential works is a 1 to 4 candle correction. So 1 to 4 candle correction. So it's always good to have a time stop as well, right? So that would be 4 days. And how I would trade this would be like this. And you guys know the principle of like losers average losers, right? But winners average winners, right? Just reverse it and say like winners average winners. So obviously that would not be your risk. Your risk to reward would be like this, which is really, really good, about 100%. I'm gonna have to do the time analysis on my own time because it takes a little while. But yeah, good catch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd give it 4 days to do this. That would be a huge reversal, right? Huge reversal. And it's very possible because, well, it would break a bunch of trend lines, right? Bullish divergence would probably show crossovers. All the bots would be trading this. I mean, guys, just look at it. I'll add also the volume profile and understand that the average price is all the way down here, still at $1.50. Is it going to fall there? I'm not sure. We've got a huge gap right here. We have a huge gap right here at $2.50 and $2.12. 61.8 here at $7, $5 at 382. So it's basically 100%. 7%, 7 RR, 12% stop loss. So obviously you would want to catch the trend, go on the hour chart or something like that, and then do the same strategy that we're doing. So I was looking at this a couple days ago and it kept on going down. If it starts to do that, I'd probably do something like that with a free 3% stop loss. Yeah, it would decrease your gain, but it's a safer trade, right? And then you could also increase it by pyramiding techniques. And that's why I have a pyramid in the back of in the background as my screensaver. So we're getting to SPX and TRX. It's just a long list, and I'm gonna summarize it. I'm gonna try to summarize it and make it. Thanks for the likes, guys, and the comments. Everything's good. So buy the green 2. Yes, exactly. As soon as it goes above the green 1 after perfected 9. Exactly. That is the rules for the TD sequential. But we also have to understand is you have to ask the question, right? Is this going to be the 1 to 4 candle correction, or is it going to be a new trend? Because if it is a new trend, then you trail that with a stop loss, right? And you're probably from Crypto Steph Discord. Chemo. Oh no, you're. I think you're from the gym, eh? The gym of all trades. But yeah, that's it. That's a good. Thanks for pointing that out. We'll keep an eye on that for OMG here. Yeah, gym's cool. I like gym. So ONT, there's not much action on ONT right now in the green. So that's definitely a reversal candle. You guys, 3 more hours for the close. 3 more hours. Let's pull up the fib. ONT was a big spiker a couple of days ago. We're in that golden range. But I'd be more interested in NEO, to be honest with you. But yeah, this thing could spike up still. All about the risk to reward, right? Identify your risk. You can, okay, so let's say 3 hours. The daily opens up. Your stop loss would be the low of this candle here. That's about 3.6%. Or you can go down to a lower time frame and kind of see, okay, is this actually going to, so the 3 hours just closed. Is this actually going to start coming upwards? So a lot of times the retracement buys is the best buy that you can do, right? So the 61.8, this is where you want to be in front of your computer watching the order book at this price right here. This is ontology. But just an example, right? It could be for anything. So the pullback, so 63 cents. You look at the order book. Is it getting supported? Yes. You have your orders placed. and this gives you a better stop loss of about 2%, and you're going for that swing trade. So the swing trade, the biggest thing for a swing trade, I think, would be a trailing stop loss, and I believe Crypto Seth hasn't mastered that yet. He might have. I haven't seen his trading recently. But yeah, I'm about connecting with anyone who has really good ideas, because the money management part of it, when it comes to stop losses, money management rules, that's where you want to be creative, right? That's where you want to be. Yeah. That's where you want to be creative with your approaches. But you want to keep the TA kind of simple, so you're not like confused. Here's QDM. Same question we have to ask. In 6 days, is it going to close above the white moving average, or is it going to close below? It looks like this thing is going to close below. Yeah, bearish divergence, but it works off the closes, so you'd have to do your own analysis. I'm not interested in QDM at all. So right now, I'm interested in probably KNC as well, but Maker, KNC, Neo, OMG. And like I said, the point of this video is to remember. It's important to remember which trades are actually good. We have a huge list, guys. We have to narrow it down, right, to the best risk to rewards, so we can use our multiples. That's what I mean by money management. So RLC, this was a very bearish coin on the daily chart, but I'm not interested. Next, SNX, is that the one, or is it? Yeah, I think that's the one. We'll go to TRX like right after this, okay? Yeah, SXP. So this is not the one. Huge red candle right here. Volume average at $6. That's so bad. Sushi. Oh my gosh. Sushi. So I'd watch for a reversal play on this one, to be honest with you, okay? So same thing, go to the daily. Why? It's because the more narrow, especially on the daily, if you're a swing trader, the more narrow, the less risk, especially when prone for a breakout and understanding volume. So there's a lot of volume right here in this range. Once it breaks out, that's a lot of shorts gonna get squeezed. So that's how I would do it. So here's the SXP. So I see why you pointed it out. Although it did break the bottom here. Let's actually use the spot because it has more data. Actually, it's the same. It's the same data. Yeah. Okay. Daily chart. Let's take a look. Same thing with that risk, man. There's a lot of risk in this trade because of this huge candle. But yes, we are getting a reversal candle, but low volume, and the volume is still up. So let's go down to even a lower time frame and see what's going on. So we want to know if we want to know basically if this is a bottom, right? So what I do see kind of on this chart is this pattern called the inverse head and shoulders, right? The thing with the inverted head and shoulders is that this would be your stop loss. Okay, so a break of this low is definitely your stop loss, but I would even say right here. And we are definitely getting pushed down by the moving averages, which is never a good sign. Never a good sign. Like not even on the 8-minute chart, right, guys? So I would take a step back with this. It's not looking very impulsive, but yeah. So I would definitely take a step back and look at the 8-day chart, right? If you're a swing trader, this is looking like if you're in a good short, then that's good, but trail your stop loss, right? It's not looking very good, to be honest. For the rule of a double bottom, it can break, but I would like to see the close. Okay, guys, 6 days. Just wait 6 days. Theta token. Theta token is looking like a good short opportunity for 16% with a decent amount of risk. Depending on what happens here with the 6 days. Let's bring it downwards actually. Okay. So same thing, same rule for the double top. It can break it because a lot of times it does break it. It gets all the stop losses and starts pulling back. That's what NIO did. So I do have a note on theta. We're gonna keep this one as well. This is more bearish. Theta, that it looks similar as NIO. Okay, it looks similar as NIO. So same thing with our rule. You see how we're getting like a range, more of a range right there, 7% range. It just gives us a better risk to reward. So 1, 2, 3. I'd keep this one on your radar definitely for a possible short entry. Here's the 8 hours. Okay, but yeah, it's definitely still in an uptrend. This is one of the more, take a look at the volume. If the volume is low, which it is, that's not a good sign, guys. That's not a good sign. This was your big buy. They pushed it down hard on low volume, and this is market manipulation at its finest right here. So how would you trade it? On this one here, I would go like this. Like that. That's the max that it should do. But the invalidation point for this trade is all the way here with the 1618. But I know that's a ridiculous amount of risk. It's 45%. So I'd keep a close eye on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's trend goes down, then I would enter on Theta token. So Theta token's interesting. Definitely. Definitely. So here's Tron. Finally, we have Tron. So you see how the low volume pullback? Low volume pullback. You count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is the support on Tron. If it breaks this, we're going down. So the same deal, right? You go down on the lower time frame and look for your entry. Your entry is 1, 2, 3 right here. Boom. Right here. So if it breaks above that, but I like it to be a lot closer, right? A lot closer. So I would use probably a different time frame or wait for the consolidation to reverse. Tron is looking very nice right now. The major question that we have to ask for Tron is there 5 waves in this move? And Constance Brown Rules says that wave 1 is likely the same size as wave B, but that wouldn't really make sense, would it? Here, because I do have log scale on, and there's not a lot of volume that was up here, but yeah, that was huge spike. Came back down, lots of volume right here. So I can almost guarantee it when we do get a reversal, which is sometime. This I believe that this is your stop loss, your invalidation point. Like it shouldn't break this low. Probably this low. Yeah, it definitely shouldn't break this low. Look at this moving average right here too, looking pretty nice. There's a doji candle at this point, but sometimes those don't matter when the trend is down. So same question, in 6 days, are we going to close above or below this moving average? Because if we do close above, that's going to be such a nice play, guys, to the upside. And your risk to reward is going to be pretty good because you're trading with the trend. For 24%, and your risk is about 10%. So that's not that good unless you trade this low right here, But then, yeah, your risk reward would look a little something like this. Like for that white moving average for a shorter term trade. But yeah, I think that this is a wedge. And I think it's going to be like this. it's a good risk to reward. Definitely. It's about 5. Yeah, it's about 5.5. But you don't want it to break here. So what happens is that you go down on a low time frame and you see that this thing just got definitely rejected, and you can see Bitcoin's price is coming down. So this is either a fake out, and this is a beautiful pattern right here, right guys? Beautiful pattern. This is either a leading diagonal for a 1, 2, 3, or an A, B, C. Let's go down even lower and count if this is 5 waves, right? Because like I said, this could be a fake out. Lots of volume coming through right here. That was a big buy. They push it down. They got rejected right here. So Tron is interesting. Like I said, there's a stop loss right here. So for a swing trade, you could probably do the same risk to reward to the upside to try to get that 3A2, but you're gonna have to trail that with a stop loss. Okay, so let's count 1, 2. Yeah, I think that's a valid leading diagonal. Here's the 3-minute chart, right? So what do we do? Basically, we pull this up right here, and you get like a perfect buy right now on the 61.8 if you're that type of trader, which means that your risk is going to be 1% at this point right here. So if you're comfortable with that risk, it's right there, right? I'd have to see, look at Bitcoin. Look at that huge bounce, guys. That's 40%. Tell me that's not a fake out. Is there any comments? Anything like Tika? Yeah, this guy gave a buy up to 800 on Maker this past week. Tika is the most, sorry, I should say the biggest pumper that I've ever noticed. Like, I remember he was pumping or hyping up XRP right before I hit that like $3 mark. So that could be actually a really good sign. Buy the hype, right? Buy the hype, sell the news. So that's interesting you say that. Just gave on Maker, so I'm gonna start that. Interesting. Trade the reversal, trade the trend, trade the reversal. So yeah, there's a, always remember that the trend is definitely your friend. You should be friends with the trend. So this was your capitulation right here, right, guys? To the upside, not capitulation, but your. So the question is this going to continue? And right here, that's your confirmation. 6 more days, okay? I'll update you guys on Tron 6 more days. But yeah, it's looking like a reversal right now on a lower time frame, like the 1-minute chart. So Bitcoin is getting pretty volatile right now. VeChain is getting pushed down by this moving average. I'd give VeChain 16 more days. Wait, no, 16 plus 16 plus about 21 more days for this thing to be done. And this is looking like a pretty decent price right here. So we'll come back to VeChain in 21 more days. Okay. All right, where's the next one? Waves. We're just getting wicks right there. Stellar lumens. Stellar lumens. Same thing. There's going to be a reversal sometime, and you're going to want to catch that. And guys, you shouldn't care about losing 1% because your main goal is to catch that trend, right? So like if it does break the bottom, okay, yeah, you lost 1%, but make sure your position sizing is not affected, right? So like you still have like 10 more bullets. You know what I mean? If we can think of position sizing as ammo, like ammunition, then yeah, you should still have 10 more bullets. Let's say you have $1,000, right? And you split it up 10%, so $100, and then you throw it on your high leverage exchange. That's basically how I do it. And you have 10 more bullets to catch that bottom. And you don't have to use 10%. It could be much lower if it's more volatile or whatever. So here's a nice little reversal. This is what I'm looking for the daily chart. You see that we are getting sells and we have moving averages pushing down the prices. So this could very well be a bear flag. Let's take a look at the volume. The volume's to the downside with RSI. I'm looking for the 5-wave move because that's how you know it's done, right? But yeah, guys, if you guys see Bitcoin 1, 2, 3, this is where we're at, like on Bitcoin right here, right? So stellar lumens came up and it got rejected. So quick things, let's just take a look at Bitcoin for that moving average and see if we're going to get rejected right here. So that's going to be basically that's going to be that's going to be basically our spot that we're going to take a look here. Let me cancel that. So yeah, that was XLM. Next time I'm going to have comments like on a different device so I don't have to go back and forth. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're looking for on stellar lumens. We've got the 382 coming down right here, and that's going to be your support. I wanted to take a look here for the daily and see, okay, is this 5 waves? If it is 5 waves, then yeah, we're definitely going to see a reversal play on XLM. Okay, so I'm definitely going to add this to our list, XLM, and I'm going to end the video pretty soon here, and the live stream for today. But yeah, let me know how. I was short Monero. I closed it right around somewhere here, and yeah, that was a huge candle to the upside. So that's good. We have some, yeah, but on low volume. So that's weird. It's probably because Binance or whoever exchanges, they want to push up the prices to get the stops. And I bet you that we're going to get like a huge move to the upside on Monero. We're above all the moving averages, as you can see on the daily chart, which is really good. Yeah, so Monero's trend is looking pretty decent right now, to be honest with you. We could be trading it to the downside as well. 6 days we'll know for sure. Okay, 6 days we'll know for sure. And also, a count that I was looking on for Bitcoin is this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, right? That looks interesting for a macro trade. So you would have to count 5 waves on this one here, and this is not necessarily looking like a 5-wave move, is it? Unless it's like some type of extension. No, it's not. I don't think so. This is looking corrective on the way up. So yeah, Monero looking interesting. I don't know what that means. Like, what do you guys think that means for Elliott waves if it goes up correctively on the 5th wave? Does that even make sense? Or does that mean this is an ABC? What do you think? XMR, also for a timing update. I'll do a timing update later. So once again, in 6 days, what is it going to be? It's going to be 4, 5, 6. It's going to be next Monday. So yeah, that's a big. So here's XRP. Sorry it took so long to get there. I'm going to update the list of a priority next time as well. So like I said, this is my first live stream, and I'm just trying to really get a good process going, right? Get a good process going for us to scan the charts. So I know with XRP, it looks like this. A corrective, it looks corrective, right? So here's a possible A, B, C. The B coming here. And like I said, Tika, I don't think it was his fault, or like, because apparently it was some Chinese exchange that pumped Ripple. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. It depends what the B wave is, but this is the larger thing that we're looking at, right? And it looks funny, the fibs on log scale, so I'm going to adjust that and bring it up basically right here. And that could be the bottom at 17 cents, somewhere here. But you guys know, if for the B wave, I don't have to necessarily draw it, but it has 3 waves. 1, 2, depending on what the B wave is, I have to brush up on the B wave because I don't know if it can be a zigzag. There's some specific rules that it has to be. If anyone knows the answer, comments are valid, you know. So yeah, because if it's a 5, right, 5, 3, 5, then yeah, we're gonna have a bounce for the B wave. So let's clear this. And yeah, to keep it nice and simple, we have some support right here at 22 cents, 22 and 11. Next, Tezos. We have a reversal candle, looking like a reversal candle right now. 6 more days. 6 more days. Yeah. So yeah, basically here, let's check. So B waves can be anything, so they can be. That's why B waves are hard to trade. Right, okay. So that basically tells us that we can go on XRP and draw this thing up right here. Once we count 5 waves here, thanks for that quick answer. I respect that. Yeah, but we can't count this as 5 waves, can we? Can we? I know Jim was talking about a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I know he was talking about like that. And take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up at 10,500. So we're gonna end the stream with Bitcoin. My final notes. I still believe it's an ascending triangle. But yeah, for XRP, if this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, I haven't ever seen one before. I've never seen one before. But it would look like this, a 1, 2, 1, 2, whatever it is, to the downside. So yeah. I like trading B waves, to be honest with you. Not necessarily B waves, but I like trading the end of the B wave. They're so profitable because it gives you a very, very low risk. There's 3 scenarios that it can be. Like it could be an expanded flat. Let's just say that this was done right here. It was done. It's either going to be like this, 5, 3, 5, but I'm not a big fan of that because, like, what is this really? You know, you'd have to kind of go down on this, on some deep time frames and do it yourself, right? To find if it is a 5, 3, 5, or if it's just going to be like this, A, B, C. It's done, coming back for that B wave, and that could look something like this. So it depends how long Bitcoin is going to be bullish for, and if my target hits with 11,500, that's the fractal pattern that we looked at the start of the video. I'll pull it up again after to end it. But yeah, basically this is what we're looking for. Let me get some water. So once again, the purpose of this stream is to develop a process to look at it, but more specifically for the reversal, because we want to catch that reversal, and I believe it's going to be soon. It's going to be soon for a swing trade. So you can see that this is definitely in a downtrend, and we have to ask ourselves a question: is it going to reverse? I would trade probably the daily chart, and then count 1, 2, 3 right here. So whenever it breaks this right here, you basically, that's confirmed that it's in a bullish trend, and you want to be buying the pullbacks with a target of the 382. The 382, this is Tezos, is going to be, there's a decent pattern, right? So about 3%, 30%. And your risk is about 10%, but it depends, right? Because we're waiting for that confirmation. So you're going to see like how our risk is going to it's gonna be much better defined when the time comes. Because the only problem with trading right now today is this is the candle that you're kind of against. Like the bulls are battling this candle right here. This is yesterday's volume. So yeah, lots of wicks buying up the price right here. This is the average volume, which means that most people on Zcash with the Binance Perpetual Futures have bought it at $58, which is not, I mean, I don't know if that's a good price or not, but yeah, we're touching the 61.8. We can add Zcash to our list as well. It's getting pretty long here, but so we want to be trading the most essential coins, right? Like I believe DeFi is pretty essential because it's an index of 10 or 20%, 20. So I'm definitely going to add that one as well. And next video, I'll have the actual index page open. But yeah, I think it consists of 10 or 20 assets. It's an index. So once again, Zcash has a nice 61.8 retracement, not like Zilliqa. Zilliqa is downtrending. I wouldn't even look at Zilliqa because there's better opportunities. So, like Oxcoin is pretty close to that volume profile, but my gosh, that was a disgusting candle right here. Low volume, which is a good sign. The whole market, it has low volume right now on the downside. So you can probably catch a reversal play, and if we time it correctly, we can get in on this one and in on another one, right? If they're like this, like OMG, SNX, these things already spiked, right? 10%. So I can only, we can only expect that these other ones are going to as well. So we have to compare the volume and see which one is the most shorted coin, because that's what they're going for. They're going for liquidations of shorts, liquidation of shorts. And I just got another alert right here. Liquidated short on XRP, buy. So if you guys want to follow on Twitter, follow Rekt or Bitcoin Whale. Those are good. So yeah, that's basically the end of the video. We started with Cardano. Nice little downtrend, and see if there's any recommendations or any what's it called? Yeah, and any comments. Now's the time. Any questions? Any tickers that you want me to take a look at? Now's the time. So I'm going to wrap it up with Bitcoin at the end here. So this is the chart that we were talking about earlier. And we're going to talk about that fractal pattern. And also how Bitcoin just broke out right now, right? So the strategy that we're using right here, excuse me, is 1, 2, 3. So you see that when we broke out, we got a huge pump, right? A huge increase in price. Now the bulls, the question is, are the bulls going to support this moving average right here at 10,500? So basically what you would do is go on the order book and check it out, right? Go on the order book and check it out. So 10,500, there's a total value of about 400 BTCs. That's not that much, or is it? I don't know. Let's go check the volume, the average volume. I don't have it on this one. So I need to go to the washroom so bad right now. Right. So yeah, the average volume is about 9K. So yeah, that's like nothing. On the 8-hour chart, that's nothing. So yeah, to end the video, this is the fractal pattern that we're watching. I'll post it in the Discord as well. But to clear the chart here, once again for the newcomers, whatever, and yeah, respect for anyone who's stuck around for the whole video. I know that they could take a long time. That's why I'm going to refine the process, right? I'm gonna refine the process and make it much better for the futures. Yeah, so this is the fractal pattern. As you can see, we hit the 61.8 golden ratio here, and kind of looking very similar, right? I know Mikey was so I studied Gann a lot, right? And one of his books says that if you know what a reaction is, like, so let's say something's in an uptrend, and a reaction is basically the pullback. And he says that a lot of times it'll do exactly the same reaction. So that's why I'm saying that this is a fractal pattern, is because basically this one right here is the exact same length. So that's why I'm long. My risk is definitely in my favor. I'm talking about a 2% risk. Yeah, about a 2% risk to make 8%. So yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys like, subscribe, and share next time. Comment, and yeah, I'll try to make some good videos for us in the future. Okay, so if you want to take a picture of this or just, draw it up on your own chart, let me know. Okay, something like that. Good risk to reward. I'm trading Bitcoin right now, nothing else. I'm waiting for the reversals. Okay, so yeah, peace. What are the trading systems that you use? I use Elliott waves, Fibonacci mostly, and timing indicators. I can define it better in a separate video, but yeah, I think that's enough for today. In the rule of three, I use a lot of Gann's techniques, support resistances, volume. Like that's how you trade. You look at the volume, and you see that it was consolidated right here, and it's pretty obvious that there's going to be a short squeeze. So, and the fractal and stuff like that. So, I don't necessarily care about the technical, how do you use technicals. I care more about how you define risk, how are you doing for risk versus reward, and understanding the pattern. Okay, excuse me. I'll be right back. Hold on. I just noticed that the music is gone. So ETC, 4.9. Yeah, where was we? Okay, thanks for waiting, guys. I'd like to end off the video actually using the total, this chart right here, because this is honestly one of the best indicators of the market, right? You have to think about the world, right? And is Bitcoin, crypto, really going to succeed? And so I have Bitcoin dominance here, which is rising. Keep a note on that, and also I'll keep you posted on that in the Discord. Okay. So yeah, this is the weekly chart, and it seems like Bitcoin dominance wants to go up. I remember back in 2018 that I'll show you the wave, but wave 5 right here, yeah, this wave right here, this is when Bitcoin went up 60%, but the altcoins didn't move. So what happened, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to someone asks me, what strategy do you use? So basically psychology and volume, fractals, things that make sense, right? Edges, anything that will give me a good risk to reward, because I want to gain R multiples. And if you know what the R multiples is basically what you're risking. So you risk $100 and what you're gaining. So you're gaining $100. Your R multiples is 1, only 1. But if you're risking $10 and you're gaining $100, that's your R multiples is 10. So yeah, I did take a look at Sushi Coin, and I do believe that there is going to be a reversal, but I think that they're going to be on all the altcoins. So take your pick kind of thing, take your pick, and it's all about the risk to reward. So yeah, this wave 5, the altcoins didn't move. The market makers basically sold into Bitcoin. So this caused a huge pump in Bitcoin. Everyone was buying Bitcoin, and altcoins started going down, and then the bear market came. Now we're in some type of bull market, right? Some type of bull market. But are we done yet? Is this the top, or is it going to have a capitulation? Not a capitulation, but it's the wrong word, but the same thing where it flips upwards. That'd be interesting to see. Okay, that'd be interesting to see. Yeah, so the fractal pattern, that's what I'm watching. The invalidation point, I would say, is below the 67 right here. Okay. Anything else that I'm missing? I don't think so. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna make it better. So yeah, just be patient and stick around. Okay. Peace.